Coming up on the Georgia and Daniel Show, episode 59 this week, we talk about creating Cartoon Selfies. Georgia is calling in on the phone and all that and much more this week on the Georgia and Daniel Show.
I didn't know that you had a crush on me. How did I never see all that we could have been? High time we turned the pages, start a story for the ages. High time we got it going, got it going on. I know it's never easy for people who love anymore, but we gotta try, 'cause you and I were meant to be. I love you, baby, and I know it takes more than words to show it. You are the one.
The Georgia and Daniel Show. My name is Georgia from Georgia's Kitchen Show and Dan's Cutest True Love.
My name is Daniel from Special Chronicles.com and Georgia's Cutest True Love.
On the show this week, we create cartoon selfies.
Plus, we look ahead to next week's virtual summer games presented by Special Olympics Illinois.
And
Oh. Is that all we're talking about? All this and much more. Episode 59 of the Georgia and Daniel Show starts right now. And if you are listening to the audio podcast, you guys probably see no difference because you guys just, because they're listening to us on audio, right?
yeah.
But actually, you might sound a little different because it's coming from the phone. But if you're watching the video and you're wondering, why do you only see one half of the Georgia and Daniel Show on camera? Because due to Wi-Fi issues, baby, you are calling in, right?
Yeah, well, I had some technical difficulties about my Wi-Fi. And,
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, I was just on it a couple of hours ago.
Yeah,
so.
well, and I know, I love looking at you because you're so cute and attractive. Our listeners can't wait to see you as well. And people are probably wondering, well, couldn't you guys FaceTime? Well, because of those Wi-Fi issues, even FaceTime makes it difficult. And so that's why we're just on an old-fashioned phone call.
Yeah.
On the show this week. So yeah. So we have that going for us. But that's not going to stop us from podcasting, right? Wi-Fi issues can't stop us from podcasting. So,
Nope.
Babe, we're going to begin, and I don't know how to pronounce the name of this app, but I discovered this app based on other people. Apparently, Cartoon Selfies are a thing. Like, everybody who's everybody is creating Cartoon Selfies. So I was wondering, how are people doing this? And if you look in the bottom right corner of a lot of these Cartoon Selfies that a lot of people are posting, you'll see a little watermark, and the watermark is for this app. And once I did mine, I texted. I texted to you, or maybe I think I posted on my Instagram. And by the way, you guys, folks, my Instagram is at podmandan, PODMANDAN at podmandan. And once I posted it on my Instagram, baby, you posted it on yours. And your gram is at Pete's Georgia 22. And then you started doing them. So let's backtrack a little bit and tell our listeners what the name of the app is. Because it's...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this app is called Viola
AI.
Okay, it's called Viola L. Otis.
AI. No, so it's Viola AI. Like AI means artificial intelligence. So whatever you said, babe. Voya AI. We'll put a link to the app in the show notes.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on, babe.
Okay, so this app is called Viola. What Dan just said.
AI. Viola AI artist. Go on, babe.
Okay. So this I kind of discovered this particular app because it's completely different to the Bitmoji and Gmoji.
It is.
Yeah. So there are 4 themes. There are 5 themes that you can do. It has 3D cartoon, which is a transformation from the original pictures into animated movie 3D cartoons. Characters.
Can I just briefly say, and I'll let you, babe, continue telling our listeners all about this Viola AI artist app that is how all listeners can join us in creating your own cartoon selfies. But I have to say, and again, the graphic for this episode, you will see both Georgia and mine, both of our cartoon selfies. I have to say, my Bitmoji looks a lot more like my face than like this cartoon selfie. With this Viola AI artist, this cartoon selfie put more hair on the top of my head, and the Bitmoji got my face more like the realistic me than this. I mean, this cartoon selfie did a great job on both of us. But okay, babe, I'll let you finish and go on and tell our awesome listener friends on a little bit more about this Viola AI artist app. And again, that's how you can create your own cartoon selfie.
Okay. So I'm going to show you guys the 5 things, but I'll just tell you the first one. The second one is the Renaissance. You guys have heard of that term. You can go back to the 15th, 18th, and the 20th century, meaning it will show your original pictures to that particular. The one that I'm really interested in is the 2D cartoon. You can turn your pictures into a classic 2D cartoon. And it's really, really cool. And it's called the Caricature, CARICATURE. So that is Caricature. So that you put a smile on your face, like an extra smile. And then if you go back to your original pictures, you can actually wind up the entire picture. And the last one is celebrities. There are so many celebrities that you can select on this app, and you can create that celebrity into a cartoon. And there you have it. That is called Viola AI app.
Yeah, and again, we will put a link to the app. And again, actually, we're going to put a link to the iPhone app in the show notes. And again, listeners, if you have an Android or a Google phone, you will have to look it up yourself and on the Android or Google phone. But we're going to put a link to just the iPhone link to this app in the show notes. And all you have to do is, if you want to look for the show notes for this episode, specialchronicles.com/GDshow59 will be the show notes for this episode. And babe, anything else you want to say about this app? I mean, in addition to doing our own cartoon selfies, and again, that's the episode graphic for this episode, you also will kind of have been taking both your friends and coworkers, but then also some random celebrity pictures that you found on Google and have been doing cartoon selfies, right?
Mm-hmm. And also, you can use it as a profile picture on anything you want. You can put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Pretty much out of those three things you can use.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's like, why do you think a lot of people today are doing these cartoon selfies?
Well, I think it's very addictive to some people, but for me, I don't use it that often, so I just use it when I can. So please enjoy this amazing app.
Yes, and again, it's called Viola AI Artist Cartoon Photo is the name of the app, and we're going to put a link to the iPhone, to the iOS app store. So if you have an iPhone or even an iPad, but if you have an iPhone, you can. We're going to put a link to the app in the show notes, and if you have a Google phone or an Android, you just have to search. You just have to search for it yourself. And yeah. Should we move on, babe?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna move on. And I did just put the link in the show notes. Again, if listeners, if you go to specialchronicles.com/GDShow59, the link will be in the show notes for the Viola AI Artist app. And again, it'll be just the iPhone app is what we'll put in the show notes for you all. But let's move on, and let me pull the show notes back up here. We're gonna, as all of this month of June, we're gonna on the podcast, we're taking a sponsor to share with you about the virtual summer games. But before we get into that break, we're gonna preview, and I don't know how much, baby, you are gonna be, how many of the. Again, if you guys go to virtualsummergames.us or IRL.org, you can get all the events that Special Olympics Illinois is doing. But we have 3 events. The last one is so it's on a Monday, Tuesday, 2 different events, and then on Wednesday and Thursday is the third one. And again, it is events that are that as athlete leaders we all went in and doing our own. I will be hosting the how to edit a video, how to edit a travel video on Monday, June 21st at 6 p.m. Central, and then from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Time, how to make a travel video 101. And then on June 22nd, Cruising with Athlete Leaders, we'll be having a game night on Tuesday, June 22nd, from 6 to 7 p.m. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, June 23rd and June 24th, it's part 1 and 2. It's called My Walking World Trip. And you'll get to learn how to make like a scrapbook type of a PowerPoint slideshow. And if you want to register for, get the links to the Zoom links to register for these athlete leadership, Cruising with that Athlete Leader. It's a athlete leadership track that is all one. It's all facilitated and organized by athlete leaders. Go to virtualsummergames.us.org. So I'll be showing people how to edit a video using iMovie. So yeah, there's a plug. And babe, speaking of athlete leadership, is quick. I don't know if I should ask you this on air. Is your friend Dana Wax, who works for Best Buddies Illinois, is she an athlete? Does she compete? What sports does she do?
What sports does Dana do?
Yes.
Is that the question?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Okay. Well, yes, she does. She does softball, basketball, water aerobics, but I'm not sure.
I don't think water. Yeah, I don't think water aerobics is a sport in Special Olympics. But anyways,
okay, but
I bring
all
up.
I know.
And I would say we're both kind of both friends with Dana. I mean, you probably hang out with her more than I do, but I know her, and I don't know if you know, but yesterday and today there's an intro to athlete leadership training. So that's how you'll eventually become a global messenger, and you'll become a certified athlete leader, or trained athlete leader, and then certified later after the advanced classes. And then July there'll be a 2-part understanding leadership training, and then for like 6 months after that, there's a whole bunch of like a series of 5 advanced, where you would then become a certified athlete leader. I bring this all up to tell you that yesterday, June 14th, and today, June 15th, our friend Dana Wax is doing the intro to athlete leadership training. So she's going to eventually become a global messenger, but she's going through the intro to athlete leadership training right now.
That's actually pretty cool, because I didn't know that she was going to do that.
Yeah.
So I applaud for her.
Yeah. Well, let's both applaud for her. So, oh yeah, I'm eating a bagel. I'm so hungry before going on air. I shouldn't eat on air. I'm going to go ahead.
No, you should not have.
It's all good. So, okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not good. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and in just a few moments this might be a little shorter of an episode, because I kind of want to go take a walk a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and take a quick sponsor break. So we go ahead and do that?
Sure.
In just a quick moment. You'll listen to the Georgia and Daniel show on specialchronicles.com, and we'll be back after a short sponsor break. This episode is brought to you by Special Olympics Illinois. I wanted to take a second to mention how excited I am for the Special Olympics Illinois 2021 Virtual Summer Games. From June 21st to the 26th, there will be activities for the whole community, like crafts and esports and workouts and comedy. I'm most looking forward to the 2021 Summer Games virtual celebration on June 26th. It all happens online. You can learn more and pre-register for activities at virtualsummergames.soill.org. Again, that's virtualsummergames.soill.org. And if you subscribe to the other podcast on the Special Chronicles Network, the Special Chronicles Show, this Friday, June 18th at 7 o'clock in the morning Central Time, we will be bringing you a special bonus episode that with an exclusive conversation with the fellow athlete Z, who will be one of the athlete speakers at the virtual celebration on June 26th. So this Friday, June 18th at 7 o'clock in the morning, we'll be bringing you a bonus episode of the Special Chronicles Show. So if you're listening to the George and Daniel show right now, go subscribe to the other podcast on this network, and we'll be giving you a bonus episode. So please join Georgia and me and all the fellow 23,000 athletes in Special Olympics Illinois, and join us for a lot of these events of not just the athlete leadership events, but the other events that we have going on. Again, I mean, everything from crafts and esports and workouts and comedy, June 24th to the 26th. virtualsummergames.soill.org is where you can go to learn more. And we're back. Welcome back, babe.
Welcome back.
And let's go ahead. And what else did we want to get to on the show this week? Babe.
I don't know exactly.
It could be anything. Clock is like true.
Anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, starting tonight, I am going back to one of my favorite sports. I'm actually swimming tonight, so I'm very, very excited.
Awesome. We should put that in the show notes. You're going back to swimming?
Yeah, starting tonight. So, hopefully I will be doing my regular events. Because this is what I normally do for classes is, the IM, which is Butterfly Fact Flash Free. And then I will also be doing my 100 plus book.
Awesome. And you can say, and Georgia returns to her favorite sport of swimming, right?
Thank you, Daniel.
So I'm gonna add that into the show notes. And
Okay.
if listeners want to go check out the show notes, go look in the description below. If you're listening or watching this episode right now, specialchronicles.com/GD show 59. Right, babe?
Yeah.
I should, okay, I didn't totally update that, but let's go ahead and update that right now. Whoa, what is going on? What is going on? Sorry, babe. What else is happening? I mean, I feel like this is the only time that we talk. No, I'm kidding, folks. It's not the only time that we talk. We talk other times too, right, babe?
Well, yeah, but
talk about. Oh, I was just gonna say, talk about when I surprised you on FaceTime, like this morning, for example.
Yeah. So actually, today was phenomenal because for the first time ever, in the morning, Dan actually called me, so that actually brightens my day a whole lot better.
Yeah, I called you. Didn't I call you?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah. Didn't I call you? I called you. I totally called you.
Yeah.
I totally.
Mm-hmm. And then I did one Instagram video just for fun because that was part of my breakfast.
Awesome. And what else did you do?
For today, I was downstairs in my campus at my condo. I played some games. I checked out my emails. I just kick back and relax. And then I went on a bike ride, and I had lunch at TJ's. So, and the best part was actually this, the Georgia and Daniel show.
Awesome. Well, it's probably the best part because usually we get to see each other face to face. I get to see your cute, attractive face, but it's probably more than that. I mean, we get to, not only do we get to talk and share our stories, but our listeners get to really hear from each other as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all of our listeners, all you awesome listeners get to hear from us. So let's tell our listeners next week we'll probably be taking the week off, right?
Yes, we will be taking off next week.
Yes. And because I've got, I'll be at the Special Olympics Illinois Lombard office, and we tape in the other podcast that we have here on this network. So it's kind of hard to do two things at one time, unless, I don't know, we had a cartoon self of us that could be in the other place. You laughed? That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
Say that's a really good joke.
See, if we take our cartoon selfie, and it can kind of be ourselves in its place, then it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and should we make this a 30-minute episode?
Yeah, I think we should wrap up.
Yes. But first, let's hear a quick message from one of our corporate partners at Special Chronicles, ComEd, right? Because if it wasn't for ComEd, we wouldn't be able to be behind the microphone and be podcasting this show and other shows on the network. So you're listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. We We'll be right back with some final thoughts. Support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. As an independent public media podcast, Special Chronicles will always be there for you. Now we're asking you to be there for us. As a nonprofit independent media organization, we can only make programs like Special Chronicles with listener support. Our programs provide weekly, candid, honest, and inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities community that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and developmental disability community and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Please, if you and your family love our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual gift of thanks today. Support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. Whoops. Did I play the wrong sponsor break? Whoops. Well, let's try that again. Support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and really is powering us here at Special Chronicles to keep the lights on and our technology is powered on. As ComEd powers the lives of us, they're literally giving a voice to people with special needs. We thank ComEd for the generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. You're back. You listen to the Georgia and Daniel show. She's Georgia. I'm Daniel. We're back. And I totally know what buttons I'm playing, but should we wrap up, babe, and tell listeners how they can get in touch with us?
Sure.
So they can get in touch with you on the...
Sorry, you guys can follow me.
Yes.
You guys can...
Go on. They can follow you.
Sorry, you guys can follow me at Georgia22 on the gram.
And on the gram, on the Instagram, you can follow me at PodmanDan, PodmanDan at PodmanDan. If you want to find out what we're doing when we're not behind the microphones and when we're not on air. You can also follow both of us. You can follow this podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Babe, do you remember that? What's our handle? At Daniel in Georgia? You want to just say at Daniel in Georgia on Instagram and Facebook. And you can tweet us on Twitter at Daniel Georgia S, hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show. You can also, of course, you can email us, Daniel in Georgia at specialchronicles.com. And if you want to check out, babe, your kitchen show, Georgia's Kitchen Show.
Yep. You guys can follow me at www.specialchronicles/Georgia's Kitchen Show, YouTube.com.
Special Chronicles, just specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show. And if you want to check it and you StreamYard like we, and you get a $10 credit like us, well, like you StreamYard like what we're using, and sign up with StreamYard with our full link, specialchronicles.com/StreamYard tutorial is where you can go. And also, finally, if you love the podcast that we have here on the Georgia and Daniel Show, specialchronicles.com/give, specialchronicles.com/give is where you can go to donate. And please remember to also, please donate, help us continue to share our stories behind the microphone. And please go to specialchronicles.com and subscribe to the newsletter, and where to go and rate and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Goes a long way. Anything else, babe?
No, I actually had a lot of fun today. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. Well, this is a little shorter of an episode, but you folks, we're going to most likely take the week off next week. And we'll be back in, I think, 2 weeks. So stay subscribed, because we're going to continue to share all our lives and and from a different from life from a different perspective, right here on the George and Daniel Show. So until then, this has been Daniel
In Georgia.
and you have been listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.